A 15-year-old girl took her own life after leaving a suicide note for her parents, in which she states she felt compelled by circumstances beyond her control to take the plunge. If you're a parent watching this, it's very important that you're fully aware of your child's physical and mental health so that way they don't feel neglected and choose a similar route. If you're interested in reading the note that the girl left, I'll put the link in the description. However, I caution you, it's not for the faint of heart, so read at your own risk. I was debating whether I should post it or not, but it's worth a read because it could change your perspective on life. When it comes to neglect, we tend to have our own meaning of it, but I want to clarify for you exactly what it means so you know if you're neglecting your child or not, and if you are, the steps you can take to fix it. So I'm going to break down for you the 6 different types of neglect. Number 1, we got physical neglect. This is where the child's basic physical needs are not met. For example, leaving them out in the street without food, shelter, or water. Number 2, medical neglect. This is where the child is denied medical treatment because of an injury or an illness. Number 3, supervisory neglect. This is where the child is put in harm's way because the parent or the guardian responsible for the child doesn't take care of them. Number 4, environmental neglect. This is where the environment of the child is filthy. For example, food being left out, showing up to school with dirty clothes, and rats and rodents all around the house. Number 5, educational neglect. This is where the child is denied access to an education for whatever reason, like the parents not registering the child for school or the parents trying to hide the abuse at home. And lastly, number 6, emotional neglect, where the child doesn't get to build a positive relationship with their parents. Whether all of these occur once or multiple times, it's still considered neglect. It's extremely important that you recognize these when they're happening so that way you can resolve the problem immediately. If a child faces any of these neglects, it can not only be harmful mentally, but can cause physical complications like severe dehydration, malnourishment, long-term illnesses, or unfortunately even death. In the case of this 15-year-old girl, she may have been subject to multiple forms of neglect at once, which pushed her to the breaking point. Now, whether you are the child or the parent, here are some resources that will help you out in a time of need. For parents, if you struggle with how to approach your children about their mental health, it may be best to speak to a health professional first for some guidance on how to take this step, because your approach and your love and support for the child is everything. And if you're the child and feel that you're a danger to yourself, immediately dial 911 or call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 800-273-8255. You can also be part of a PHP, which stands for Partial Hospitalization Program. And to be honest, it doesn't feel like a hospital at all. But in this program, you get to do group sessions with others, speak to a therapist and a psychiatrist. I'll post a link in the description for a PHP if you want to learn more. Also, if you're worried about being away from home, the thing about a PHP is you don't have to stay there. You go there for a few hours a day and then you come back home and continue about your day. Lastly, I'd like to say, God rest her soul, and I wish her friends and family immense strength to get through this tough time. If you're struggling as well, trust me when I say this, you're not alone in whatever you're going through, and help is available for you. In the journey to becoming your own you, seeking guidance for your mental health is vital for your well-being. You just have to know where to look. So stay positive, because even when times seem darkest, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So keep fighting and always remember to be your own you. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so when we release new videos, you guys get notified. If you need anyone to talk to about anything, please feel free to reach out via Instagram. I will try to help to the best of my abilities. And if I'm unable to help you out, I'll be happy to provide some resources for you. Have a wonderful week, keep your head up, stay positive, and of course remember, always be your own you. Thanks for watching.